Alright, today we're going to practice some more of these areas of regular polygons, but they're going to get a little more complex. So we have just two examples today. We have our regular nonagon inscribed in a circle with a radius of 5 units. So notice it's not giving us the apothem here. We want to find the perimeter and the area of the nonagon. So I'm going to draw out this right triangle KLM and see what information I have. And what I notice right off the bat is I really don't have a whole lot of information. That's it. I know that to find the area, I need to know the apothem, I need to know the perimeter, and then I'm going to divide it by 2. I can't find the perimeter or the apothem right now. But one thing I do know is that I have a nonagon, which is a 9-sided figure. So I can determine this central angle here. I would do 360, and I would divide by the number of sides that I have. That tells me that that's a 40-degree angle. So if this angle is 40 degrees, that's not the angle I have drawn in my triangle. The angle I have drawn in my triangle would only be 20. It would be half of it, right? So that's more information that we have. But I really need to know this apothem, and I really need to know this side length. So one thing we can do, and I'm going to change this S to an X because sometimes my S's look like 5s. So I'll call this X. So one thing we can do is go back to using a right triangle trig. And then I can find the apothem. So if I look at the 20-degree angle, I have letter A, that side is adjacent. And I have 5, that's a hypotenuse. So think back to SOHCAHTOA. So adjacent and hypotenuse would be cosine. So I have cosine of my degree measure is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So cross multiply here, and I get A equals 5 cosine of 20. And I would get then that A is approximately 4.7. But now I also need to get to the side length. So X is across from 20, and 5 is the hypotenuse. So across would be opposite. So opposite and hypotenuse would be sine. So now I have sine of the degree measure is equal to X over 5. Put it over 1. Cross multiply. So I get X equals 5 sine of 20. So X is approximately 1.7. But I need to know the actual side here. So I need to take 1.7 and I need to multiply that by 2 because what we're looking at is right here and I need to know one full side. So that would be about 3.4. So from there, once I have that 3.4, I can find the perimeter because I know I have a length of 3.4 and I can multiply that by the number of sides that I have. So 3.4 times 9 would give me 30.6 units. And it did specifically ask for perimeter. So there's that one. Now I have the perimeter, I have the apothem, so I can take those now and plug them in. So the apothem is 4.7. The perimeter is 30.6. And we're dividing by 2. So 4.7 times 30.6 divided by 2 is 71.91 units squared. And that's it for this first problem. It's a lot of work for just one problem. But if you take it step by step, the work isn't too bad. Okay, so this next one says find the perimeter in the area of the equilateral triangle inscribed in circle F. Okay, so we're going to follow the same process. We know eventually we're going to need the apothem, we're going to need the perimeter, and divide by 2. We don't have any of that information again. So I'm going to go straight to drawing this triangle. Hopefully you can see that triangle. You could draw the left triangle if you want. I only know 6 here, but since I have 3 sides, I can do 360 divided by 3, and I get 120. But I know that this angle is only half of that, so that's a 60-degree angle. I need the apothem, and I need a side length. Now, 2 things you can do here. I noticed it's a 60-degree angle, a 90-degree angle, which means my other one's 30. So I have a 30, 60, 90, or you can use trig if you want. It's not asking for an exact answer, so trig is going to give you the decimals, and that's okay. So let's find the apothem first. Apothem is adjacent, and we have the hypotenuse. So again, we're going to use cosine of our degree measure is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Cross multiply, so A is equal to 6 cosine of 60. And 6 cosine of 60 is just 3. So your apothem is 3. You're going to do the same thing to find the side length. So this time this side, x, is across or opposite, and we have the hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So sine of 60 is equal to x over 6. Cross multiply, so x is equal to 6 sine of 60. And then x is about 5.2. So that means a side length would be double that, so 10.4. Okay, so now we can find the perimeter. We have 3 sides, and one side is 10.4. So 3 times 10.4 is 31.2 units. Okay, we have the apothem, we have the perimeter. I'm plugging those in. So apothem was 3, perimeter was 31.2, divide it by 2. And when I put that in the calculator, I get 46.8 units squared. Alright guys, I know these got a little more complex. We're going to spend more time on them. If you have questions though, please come in and see me. I will see you in class.